The wedding venue was full of joy and cheer. Everyone was smiling. There were even some people who were trying their best to hold back tears. Some people were watching with warm looks in their eyes. This was the happiest time of some people's lives, and I was quietly and nervously carrying the ring. But what I can say is that I wasn't smiling right now. I didn't really want to be the ring bearer. I wanted to say no. Congratulations. Thank you. I quietly handed over the ring, clearly hesitating. It was pity. That's all I could say. I was afraid that he could tell, so I did my best to say congratulations and quickly went back to my seat. My older sister's best friend, Tatsuko-san's wedding. To me, she was a sister of sorts who always hung out and played with me as a kid. She also happened to be my first crush. When she got married, her last name would change from Uesugi to the groom's name. It felt like she was going to become someone who I didn't know, a complete stranger. I hated it. I think this feeling was just jealousy.
You did so great. What a badass. What a lovely young boy.
I just carried the ring. I just returned my older sister's words back to her. My sister's eyes were already red from tears. The bride entered.
Tatsuko is so pretty.
The younger sister, Kazuko-chan, was the flower girl. She walked in front of the bride, tossing flower petals all over. I could hear my older sister mumble under her breath and say she was beautiful. Tatsuko-san in her wedding dress was the most beautiful I'd ever seen her. I could feel myself starting to cry.
Don't look so sad, you silly goose.
How about you hurry up and get married too, sis?
I don't have anyone to marry, and if I don't get married in time, will you have me?
Huh? But that's so scary. Why are you suddenly talking, acting like you've got a brother complex?
Because you're so much more of a puppy to Tatsuko than you are to me. That's not fair. Obviously, I'm going to be jealous as your sister.
A puppy? Come on, stop that!
Oh, hush you. You're always shaking that little tail of yours when you're around her.
She was completely right, so I couldn't even say anything back to her.
You liked her, right, Tatsuko?
I didn't answer on purpose. Obviously, she would never actually fall for me. And that came to an end today.
I mean, I don't blame you. She really took great care of you, too. You two even took baths together.
I shook my head to try to get the corrupt thoughts out of my head. I couldn't remember. I can't remember. Tatsuko-san was so big.
Fine. I'll do what I can to try to help my younger brother with a broken heart.
What do you mean? Seriously, what did you do? I'm kinda scared.
What? You like older women, right? You're my younger brother, so I'm not going to let anyone else have you.
My older sister had completely lost it. I don't know if it was because we were apart in age or what, but I'd never fought with her before, and she always helped me out with allowance and such, so I knew she took good care of me. Mom! This person's acting really weird!
Oh my gosh, just calm down. I'll help you feel better once you get home, too.
Huh?
You two, seriously.
Dad was just shaking his head. In the end, after the wedding, I got back to the house and the two of them forced me to take a bath with them. They washed my head and back. I was just so embarrassed. Obviously, the bathroom was really small for 3 people, so we were all up on each other too. I'm already 10 years old! I just remembered my mom and sister's bodies. I mean, the wedding. It was a feeling like having a hole open up in my chest. I'd always liked Tatsuko-san. That's why, when I heard she was getting married, I was shocked. Thinking back now, it was pretty embarrassing, but Tatsuko-san told me a little while before that she would marry me once I got older. I think I just took that seriously. She and my older sister always got along well, so I hung out with her often too. That's why I was just zoned out when my phone rang. Kazuko-chan? I looked out the window and saw Kazuko-chan waving her hand towards me outside. Our backyard was connected to the Uesugi family next door. That's why we all hung out together often and got along well. What is it, Kazuko-chan? Kazuko-chan was the opposite of the bright and energetic Tatsuko-san. It was the quiet and calm type.
Are you okay?
Kazuko-chan cocked her head to the side, concerned about me. Maybe she was really worried about how I was holding up. I'm okay. I'm sorry about before. Kazuko-chan shook her head left and right. The other day, I showed a pretty embarrassing side of myself. Talk about a pitiful man.
Want me to give you head pats and make you feel better? I feel like they did that to me constantly a second ago, so I think I'll pass.
Huh? Oh yeah! You looked great in a dress, Kazuko-chan. Very cute.
Peace.
She just gave me a double peace sign with no expression on her face.
Today's main character is that female pig. She's a pig in a wedding dress. Yeah.
Kazuko-chan? What's going on? Are you okay, Kazuko-chan?
She completely squashed your innocent feelings. That frickin' terrible, horrible hog of a woman. Unforgivable.
Jeez! Where did you get that potty mouth?
What am I doing?
You were doing all that unconsciously? I guess that's better. Kazuko-chan was often expressionless, so it was tough to tell what she was feeling or thinking, but she was very kind at heart. I was disappointed and sad, and a huge pansy, but she just stayed by my side and made me feel better.
Are you okay?
Thank you for worrying about me, but I'm really okay.
Are you pushing yourself, ignoring your feelings?
I'm a guy. I'm gonna push it a little bit.
I love it! You're so manly!
Kazuko-chan was now clapping for me. She saw through everything. This was a matter of pride. I couldn't just keep showing her my sad face. I couldn't just keep crying. After finding out Tatsuko-san was going to get married, I couldn't help myself, so I asked her out. At first, she thought it was just a joke, but after finding out that I was serious, she looked extremely confused. She probably thought it would be celebrating for her and happy, so talk about a pain in the butt.
I'm sorry.
The kind voice that she had, like talking to a young boy who was pouting. Maybe I knew the whole time that I was just some random younger brother to her, someone who was way too young. I didn't have money, she couldn't depend on me, and there was just nothing I could do for her. There was no way that I could make her happy. I can't just interrupt the wedding and take the bride, I thought. The only thing I could do to fight the marriage was to ask her out right there, right then. It was just a crush. I didn't know if it was love or admiration or what, just a weird feeling. But it was very sad when she said no.
Wait, hey!
I pushed away those feelings and ran away from her. I ran away at full sprint. I was quietly crying in my room when I heard a knock. I wasn't sure who it was, but when I went to open the door, I saw Kazuko-chan on the other side. I didn't want her to see me crying, so I quickly wiped away my tears. What is it? This is sudden? Kazuko-chan was always expressionless, and I never could tell what she was feeling, so I didn't really know how to deal with her. I especially didn't want to see anyone right now. I'm sorry, Kazuko-chan. Now isn't... Even before I told her that I didn't want to see anyone right then, she was hugging me. What's wrong, Kazuko-chan?
Jiggle squish?
I don't get it.
Mom is always doing this to Dad when he's upset. He said it calms him down.
Your parents seem to get along well.
They're just stupid and in love with each other. Or just stupid.
That's a tough way of looking at it. It's better than fighting all the time.
Did you calm down?
Then I came to a realization. I could feel the comforting warmth from Kazuko-chan.
I'm sorry.
What for? She suddenly apologized to me. I didn't understand, so I just couldn't hide my confusion.
I'm very expressionless.
You think so? I'm just gonna not comment on that.
I'm like this so I can't be like sis.
You mean like Tatsuko-san? She slowly nodded her head. Kazuko-chan, I think you're okay as you are, Kazuko-chan.
My boobs are small too.
Well, you're literally still growing. Why am I panicking to provide an answer right now?
My sister's terrible behavior. Disgusting. Horrible.
I couldn't tell what she was feeling from her look, but I could kind of tell what was going on under that expressionless face. Are you mad, Kazuko-chan?
Super mad. Finality, fatality, poof poof, dream.
I don't get what you're saying at all, but I think that you're basically super mad to the point where you can't even express it with words properly.
Sis knew how you were feeling, Minami-kun.
Kazuko-chan. I finally realized Kazuko-chan showed up to try to make me feel better.
She's just an old hag anyway. She can't beat youth.
Where's that potty mouth coming from?
Minami-kun, I want you to redirect all that anger you have towards my sister to me, okay? You can kick me and punch me into a pulp.
You need to take care of yourself, Kazuko-chan! Dad told me to never lay a finger on someone who isn't fighting you!
I don't care. I'll just tell my parents that you scarred their treasured daughter.
That's nothing but a problem! I think that's probably something you shouldn't say to your parents.
You're kind, Minami-kun.
I think your standards for deeming someone as kind are a little too low. Apparently, I was someone of incredibly high value to Kazuko-chan.
Minami-kun, I'm going to try harder, okay?
Try harder? I think you're attractive just as you are now, Kazuko-chan.
I will never betray you, Minami-kun.
No, it's not like that. I just kinda went off the deep end, so Tatsuko-san didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to make you really shocked to the point where your jaw just drops. So just wait, okay, Minami-kun?
Wait for what? Are you laughing, Kazuko-chan? That's pretty amazing. Just talking to Kazuko-chan made me feel quite a bit better. I wouldn't be able to come to find out why she was smiling and laughing like that until a few years later. I slowly grew up and became a middle schooler. I focused on my baseball practice to try to forget my broken heart. After Tatsuko-san got married and left her house, I only saw her a few times per year. I think that's fine. I wanted to say no to being the ring bearer at the wedding, but at this point in time, it was a cherished memory of mine. Apparently, I was a good fit for baseball. I continued to improve, and by the time I was in the last year of middle school, I was the MVP of the team. Although, the school wasn't exactly a super strong baseball school. On the day of my games, my family always showed up to cheer for me. It was nice to hear, but I was a little concerned with how much spare time my sister had on her hands. She should have had some stories about a boy. She still tried to take showers with me. As I started high school, I was still going to continue my baseball career there. I didn't think I could go for the pros with this level of skill, but I did want to try my hand at getting to the nationals. I originally started playing baseball to try to get my mind off things, but I didn't expect to get so caught up in it like this. I was well over Tatsuko-san, obviously. I just genuinely liked baseball.
Minami-kun?
The welcoming ceremony for high school. Right as I was about to go through the entrance gates, someone called out to me from behind. I turned around and saw Tatsuko-san, just like I remembered her. Tatsuko-san? What are you doing here?
It's been so long.
Tatsuko-san just gave me a gentle smile. That soft smile, giving me an emotional hug, instantly made the surrounding air warmer. It was definitely Tatsuko-san, but if that was the case, something was definitely off. I still saw her once a year at least. She clearly wasn't the same Tatsuko-san that I saw. The Tatsuko-san here was like Tatsuko-san when I'd fallen for her in the past. She was just way too young. What are you doing wearing a uniform, Tatsuko-san? Wait, Kazuko-chan? Is that you, Kazuko-chan?
Good job, Minami-kun.
Kazuko-chan gave me a smile with so many expressions running through her face. I hadn't seen her for a very long time. At this age, it would make sense that the two of us just kind of drifted away from each other. I just expected it to be a normal thing. I accepted that she may have been avoiding me. What's going on, Kazuko-chan? You almost look just like... I really couldn't believe what I saw. Kazuko-chan was full of emotion, but the girl I knew never had any kind of expression at all.
Like my sister, right? It's to the point where you mistake me for her, so it went perfectly.
Perfectly? I didn't understand at all what Kazuko-chan was saying. I just continued to get confused.
So what do you think, Minami-kun? I've completely traced my older sister.
Ah, there's the Kazuko-chan I know. The dark and heavy aura that she was releasing into the air, it was somehow comforting. Great. So it wasn't that she actually was someone else now. Traced? I felt a little off by her saying traced.
Yeah, for those 3 years I learned what it meant to exist as my older sister. Who she was to the world, her bust, waist, and hip size, the type of underwear she likes, everything. I got it all perfectly, although my grades are still above hers.
Jeez. It was literally a horror movie.
Why would you do that? I didn't understand what she was thinking. Why would she possibly do that? Then Kazuko-chan said something completely erasing all of my confusion.
Because I like you, Minami-kun.
I was shocked. My thoughts froze from this sudden confession.
When I saw you crying back then, I swore to myself, I'm not going to let anyone get away with making you cry. If that's how Sis wants to play, then I'm going to take you and your feelings you have for her.
Then she gave me a very deep and dark smile. You're so terrifying. No, you can't just treat yourself like that. You don't have to do that. You're already a beautiful girl.
Aw, Minami-kun, you're so bold.
Yeah, I liked Tatsuko-san back then, but that's old news. I've completely gotten over it already.
If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it whenever.
Are you listening to me? I was shocked by how much Kazuko-chan had changed, but I couldn't believe that she did it for me. I didn't know how to apologize to the Uesugi family either. I never really understood what she was thinking from an early age, but I didn't think anyone would have imagined this situation, and I felt like she just confessed that she liked me too. What do I do? You really surprised me. You've completely changed in the little time that we haven't met.
I wanted to surprise you. It's like my older sister has gone back in time, huh?
You're Kazuko-chan, not someone else. You're not gonna be some placeholder for Tatsuko-chan.
Aw, I like you so much, Minami-kun.
Kazuko-chan was wiggling around and happy. Where did that expressionless Kazuko-chan go? You know, you really do look like Tatsuko-san though, don't you?
Well, I've studied the finest details and recreated them, to the point where AI wouldn't be able to tell us apart. And yes, I used AI.
Jeez, you're super high-tech. However, there is something that I was curious about. I'm not gonna deny all of your effort at all, Kazuko-chan, but...
What is it, Minami-kun?
She cocked her head to the side, confused. I kind of felt a sense of nostalgia wash over me with that familiar gesture. Is the old Kazuko-chan gone? I'd been grateful for the Kazuko-chan who was there for me to make me feel better. Tatsuko-san did nothing wrong at all, but even so, she got mad and stayed by my side. And that made me happy.
Minami-kun?
The expressions vanished from her face, like a program was just closed in Task Manager. She immediately looked like a different person.
Don't worry, I'm still here.
You're way too good at that! You're like the dual-wielding player of the century! I thought she was gonna hit 50-50.
You get to enjoy both sides of me. Win-win.
Then Kazuko-chan gave me a solid thumbs up. I couldn't help my beating heart with how serious and dedicated she was to me. Kazuko-chan,
What did you want today? Tatsuko? Or did you want Kazuko? Or do you want to have fun with both?
You can mix them?
I've learned how to do that recently, after all of my hard work and effort.
I think triple wielding is only allowed for pirates. Are you really okay with me though, Kazuko-chan? I asked her, like a coward, even though she was being so honest with her feelings for me. I still remembered how I felt about Tatsuko-san and the bittersweet emotions.
I've always liked you, Minami-kun, so I was jealous of my older sister. I didn't want to regret anything, so I decided that I would do everything I possibly could.
I took a deep breath and squeezed my hands into balls before looking at Kazuko-chan in her eyes. I've decided, if you're gonna do all that for me, I need to make up my mind too.
I like you no matter who you are, Minami-kun. I like all versions of you.
Why does everyone always spoil me like that? Even yesterday, my older sister came barging into the shower room when I was showering. Wait, no, don't get spoiled! Man up! I'm gonna go to the Nationals, and I'm gonna play hard and ask you out.
Are you saying...
So will you watch over me while I work hard to get there?
Yeah, I'll be waiting. I'll be right next to you the whole way. Minami-kun, there is one thing I want to ask for.
If it's anything that I can do for you, ask away.
I want to be the manager of the baseball team.
That's probably doable, but I think it's gonna be tough.
I'm up for it.
You're really good at using Tatsuko-san mode when you need to, Kazuko-chan. I feel much more motivated when she's by my side as well.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah? What is it? Then Kazuko-chan opened up her mouth as if she had finally made up her mind to ask.
I want you to call me Ta-chan and Ka-chan.
That's 2 outs!
Minami-kun, take me to the Nationals.
And that's 3 outs! You're just plagiarizing! The legend of Kazuko-chan and I had just kicked off.